Hello friends, welcome to another episode of Blossoms and Bourbon. My name is Mark, I'm the owner here at Creative Occasions, and it's a pleasure to welcome you to my workroom as always. Fun arrangement. We've kind of looked at some unique and more unusual containers for flowers. This one, I think when Jason saw it tonight, he went, oh, okay. So yes, this definitely falls in the category of being different and unique. And if you think about natural vessels like peppers, other fruits and vegetables, we did the watermelon in the previous episode, that are automatically and sort of naturally containers to hold water for an arrangement. So I saw, in full disclosure, a guy online who had done something with peppers like this, and I was just so stoked to try it. So we're going to try it. We're going to see how it works tonight. I will tell you that when I picked up these at the grocery store, I had no idea these were the kind of peppers I wanted. I put water in them to fill them up, and there was water that started to leak out the bottom. So I don't know if this kind of pepper is prone to that, or if something happened with these particular ones, but there's a hole in the bottom. So Laura came up with this great idea, because that's what we do here, to use little water tubes inside so that the flowers that really need water will have a water source. I'm going to put some things that are just kind of beside the water tubes in the pepper itself that won't have water. So watch for that as I'm doing these insertions. Stems are going to be cut pretty short because we don't have a lot of length and a lot of room to work with here. And that's not a problem, but it's just something that you need to be aware of. I'm using a kind of a colorful mixture of flowers. I'm imagining again that this might be kind of a summer setting for a party, just to have friends over, something that would be kind of more unusual and kind of whimsical and fun, but sort of an homage to summer also. All right, so that Italian ruscus went down beside the water tube because it really doesn't have to have water. Again, if you're using this for an event like a dinner party or a special event, you don't have to have a huge water source like you would if you wanted the flowers to last for days or weeks on end. This product is called Soloman Seal. It's completely foraged from my yard, something that I have grown and have grown for several years. It's great because it multiplies like crazy. It gets into this beautiful sort of mounding shape, and it's really awesome. And every year in the spring when I'm out working in the flower beds, my wife says, you're going to divide that up and get rid of some of it, aren't you? It's kind of taken over. And it does. It really spreads very nicely. So I'm just kind of doing a base treatment with some of that, Soloman Seal and some other greenery. I want to keep the bigger flowers low because I want that center of gravity to feel like that it's kind of centered and that it's not going to topple over. Now the stems of the hypericum berries that I'm using are pretty thick and woody, so they're one of those things that are going to take up a fair amount of room in here, so I want to be careful about how I use those. In fact, maybe I'll just break off these little sections, kind of tuck that in around the bottom. And for you who are interested, a list of the materials that I'm using in this arrangement are going to be below the video in the description. If there are any of the materials that are available for purchase, there will be an affiliate link there. I do get a small commission if you make a purchase. All right. Now you can see that the weight of this is starting to kind of impact the structure a little bit, so I'm going to just be cautious from here on out about how much more I put in this because I don't want it to, collapse on me. The peppers are just held together with skewers, and the skewers will rip through the sides of the pepper. So that's one of those things we want to be a little bit careful about to make sure that we're not causing too much stress and too much strain on it here. All right, let's pause for just a second and have a sip of this Traveler bourbon. I've opened it up before we got started tonight. This is a great pour. This is one that is a collaboration between Chris Stapleton, the country singer, and the Buffalo Trace Distillery. And together, I understand that they put together about 50 different combinations before they came up with this one. I think this is number 41 or number 42, but it's just really, really nice. It's, again, you know, one of those things I like to call an easy sipping bourbon. It's not too hot. There's definitely a rye element to it, so you get a little bit of spice. There's definitely a nice toasted flavor about it. It's good. Traveler, support our friend Chris Stapleton and Buffalo Trace and get you some of that. It's good stuff. All right, a little bit more of the Soloman seal, just for a little height. At some point, and we may be close, it's going to be difficult to find the openings. This product is something that grows roadside in my farm, and I'm sure that you've seen it as you've been driving around. I only know it as Johnson grass. I don't know if it has another name. I love it because I just love that whole sort of wispy look that it has. When I was thinking and planning for this arrangement, one of the things that I really, and you'll see in just a minute when I kind of have these supplemental arrangements that go with this one, and I wanted it to be bright colors. So I really didn't subscribe to a specific element of color theory about this, but just knew that I wanted to do some bright colors. Yellows, oranges, reds, things that kind of remind you of summer and make you think about a summer pastime. And that is what I hope this arrangement does. This product is called Orangium, more commonly called thistle. We love using thistle here because of the element of blue that it provides to an arrangement. And it's so great. It kind of complements and pulls in a little bit of that blue that's in the tall delphinium in the center. Really super fun. Now, I'm just about finished with this one, honestly, so it's a good time for me to remind you to be sure and like and subscribe to the videos. We love to hear from you. Let us know where you're watching from. I've honestly been surprised that we have viewers from really all around the world, and that is so much fun. It really means a lot to us that you take the time to comment and let us know your thoughts, but we'd love to hear from you again. All right, so if I were doing a table setting with this, I would probably have this arrangement kind of in the center. We'll just move it out there a little bit, and then supplement it with some other smaller arrangements, but keeping the theme of the pepper going. Let's put this one over here, this one here, and this one here. Again, with just some brighter colors, little fun flowers, and again, these are just basically cut the tops off of the pepper, made it into a natural vessel for flowers, filled it up with water. I've got this great little gizmo that I use for both these and for water tubes, which allows you to squeeze the water into a kind of a confined or narrow place. And then if you really want to go one step up and make something special for your guests, I saw this bag of these little peppers at the grocery store, and I had these plain votive cups. So I thought, what could be more fun than having an individual little accent at each place setting? So there inside the votive cup is a little pepper, again, opened up for holding flowers. And in this case, I basically took a very small Phillips head screwdriver and simply put a hole in the pepper, took my squeeze bottle, put some water in there, and that's what became the mechanic for that. So these at every place setting will give people a little takeaway to take home at the end of the evening. And honestly, the more I thought about this, the more I thought, how much fun would it be to have some of these with flowers, but also have some of them with other vegetables in them. Fill them up with carrot sticks and celery sticks and pieces of broccoli that actually look like little flowers or little trees. And then use another one for a dip so that you actually have edible decor for your party. I think it would be super fun. So when you do that, invite me over and let me know. I'll bring the bourbon and we'll have dinner out on your patio or something. This has been fun. Again, summer is such a great time to not only entertain in a very casual and relaxed way, but also in a very colorful and fun way. So I hope that you'll do that. I hope that you'll enjoy it. I hope that you'll for sure try this Traveler Bourbon. It's been a pleasure as always having you here. So until next time, cheers to you and to flowers every day. Thanks for joining. I was totally afraid this thing was going to fall apart. Yeah, it's like, oh, yeah.